Hello there and welcome back to Beast Within. Now, last time we had a weird episode because I over-recorded. That's in the past, right? So, in the last episode, we delved a bit deeper into the Hunt Club itself. Those guys, very exclusive. Those guys seem to be very mysterious. Got a little bit shady around when we started talking about the Black Wolf. Just a bad vibe all around. A weird, I wouldn't even call it bad, a weird vibe all around in that place. So I think in this episode we are going to be back with Grace, maybe doing some exploring for some research in the castles and stuff, looking for more information about the Black Wolf. Who knows? We're going to find out. So, nice simple intro for you today for a change. Let's just jump straight back in, grab some popcorn and snacks. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. Hello. Oh, it's Gabriel. No, it's wifey, Grace. It is Grace. We are with Grace. Okay, we've got the Wolfies. Wolfie boys. Okay, is that a lady? Is it? I don't know what's going on right now. That kind of looked like Grace with long hair. Being chased by wolves. Okay, so she's having a nightmare, I think. Or a flashback. Nightmare? That's Santa. Is that Chronicles of Narnia, Santa? Okay. That might be the Black Wolf. And a full moon as well. Okay, so we just appeared. Alright, so she's just fully dressed and she's okay. Why is she sleeping? This is Gabriel's room, isn't it?
Pretty comfortable, even if he slept in it.
Right. Okay. Let's check the book. Let's check these books again.
I wish I could read these biographies of Ludwig. Wait a minute. Ludwig II, Fairytale King of Bavaria. I didn't see this before.
Okay.
Yep,
Why didn't you see it
English.
before?
Huh.
Okay. What's this book? Come on. Yeah, it looks like that would do. It's the Richmond Chapel. Fairytale King of Bavaria. Oh, we're gonna have to read this whole thing. Get ready. Ludwig remained throughout his life both very bright and very naive. He was an introvert who seemed to be constantly out of sync with traditional views of rulership, money, and human relationships. The world ever failed to match his ideals. Perhaps this... give us a second here. How many pages is this? Okay. So, the TLDR was, he liked to have his way with people. He got obsessed with people. Sometimes women, sometimes men. Both are fine. Then he had regrets later on in life when he realized how much sex he was having. But he didn't fall into sin. Must think of that. So, you only realize what you just said, you know. Let's head out. Oh.
I wonder what Gerda's up to.
No,
I
Gerda.
wonder what Gerda's up to.
I don't know where she is. Shall we leave? Let us leave this place. Okay. Very dramatic court pulling. Actually, if we head into town, we'll probably have that letter. The letter from Gabriel. That might work just nicely. Shit, where was the post office? This way, wasn't it? Ah. Ring bell, please.
Guten Tag.
Grüß Gott, Frau Nakimura. Ich habe etwas für Sie.
Ah, you have a letter for me. Thank you.
Oh, it's from Gabriel.
Ja, das ist vom Schattenjäger. Ja.
No, I think you... Gabriel is a working partner and... Never mind.
That's a
Danke.
nod of, I have no idea what you're
Warum
talking
soll man
about. I'm just gonna nod until you walk away.
My German isn't good enough for chit-chat.
Do I have to pay? I don't know why she's still waiting there.
She hasn't asked me for money.
Oh. Then why is she still here?
Danke.
Bitte.
Okay, so we have to release her. We need to release her. Let's read this letter. Grace Nakamura.
Gracie,
Let's
you
him
decided
read
to
it.
come over. That's great. Good tag and all that. I'm sure you and Gertie are hitting it off. Thanks for finding the werewolf book. I'm not sure what it all means, but it might be
I'm
useful.
interested in myself.
About Ludwig II, you know, I think you might have something there. Ubergrau says there are 2 places you should check out. Ludwig had a castle called New Swan something, and there's a museum about him here in chemistry. Something like that. I really think you should spend some
Here in
time looking
chemistry?
into it. Don't worry. Things are going very smoothly this time around.
Okay.
I've tracked a suspect to a hunt club run by a man named Von Glauer. He seems okay, but I'm sure there's something going on with at least one of the others. Don't worry, though. I met a police detective named Lieber, so I have backup. I'll be finished soon. Sit tight and enjoy your visit till I get there. Gabriel.
What does he think?
Okay.
I'm on vacation here? No
Yes, he
address.
does.
Thank you very much, Mr. Knight.
He doesn't owe you an explanation of where he is. He didn't ask you to come here. She came here of her own accord, being a little bit bitchy about it. And now she's demanding, she expects him just to give up his information. Doesn't fucking happen like that. Also, I'm wondering, who was the suspect? Like, did you really... Are we talking about the suspect that he tracked? Was he the Herr Dr. Klinman? Was he a suspect in this? Because his talk with the with the Doctor himself, didn't really bring any major clues. Like, there was no, like, suspicion, like, ooh, suspicious, he's acting weird or anything like that. I find that very odd. But we're just going to roll with it, because that's... apparently he's a suspect. I think Von Glauer's more suspicious than the others. Right, so are we going... So what information we've got? So we've got the... Talk to our favourite bartender. Hi. Hi, can I have a chat with you?
Herr Huber?
Yes?
I was wondering if you've changed your mind about telling me where Gabriel is. It's really important.
No.
No.
Sorry.
Straight no.
Thanks.
Bitte?
I do have to as well say thank you to my lovely sister. Oh, we've got to talk to these as well, because they turned up last night as well, didn't they? Shit, alright. So, thank you to my sister for clarifying that the bartender here, his voice actor, played another bartender in one of the Monkey Island games. And I remember him. I should have mentioned his name, and I completely spaced on his name. Both the actor's name and the character in Monkey Island's name. I apologise for that one, because my memory's not that good. Right, let's have a chat with the Smiths.
Hello there, dear.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Grace Nakamura from the castle. Am I interrupting?
Heavens, no.
Have a seat, Miss Nakamura.
Well, I might. For a moment.
Thank you.
Isn't this nice? We just finished our breakfast. Do you want something?
No thanks.
Good for you. I can never turn down food myself. Now you just tell us all about it,
I
sugar
instantly
pie.
dislike these people. Although she reminds us of a character from...
You mentioned the other
Broken
night that you were a
sword?
demonologist. What is that exactly?
Well, it's not as bad as it sounds, honey. What Emma and I really do is to help protect people.
Okay.
Protect them from what?
Well, do you believe in the devil, Miss Nakamura?
I believe in good and evil, if that helps.
Oh, but Satan and
Good
his
and
demons
evil.
are
Yeah, I
real,
can believe in
and
good
they
and
will
evil.
attack the living, and most folks don't know what to do once they've been attacked. We try to help protect people.
How can you protect people from demons?
The best protection is faith in God, of course. But sometimes faith isn't enough. Sometimes we have to delve into the supernatural in order to protect others. Your shot and joggers are just the same.
We are? I mean, he is?
Of course.
Okay.
The warriors of light are rare these days, but they do exist all around the globe.
That's interesting. I just read about a group called Manos del Sol in Brazil. So the Ritters aren't the only Schottenjägers.
Well, they're probably the only ones to use that title, but
Okay.
others have been
Plenty of
chosen
warriors
for the
of
battle.
light. Final Fantasy's one of them. Well, my Final Fantasy character is a warrior of light.
Do you know anything about
Tell me
King
about Ludwig.
II?
Sure, we saw his castles, didn't we, Mother?
We sure did. Why do you ask?
Well, I found a letter
he
in
just
the
call her
Schottenjäger
mother?
library warning Ludwig about the Black Wolf.
Who wrote the letter?
One of Gabriel's ancestors, a Schottenjäger.
Okay.
Seems like whoever was using
That's very
me as a
strange.
megaphone helped
Thought they were
you
married,
find
or
that letter.
is she
Perhaps you
his
should
mother?
Follow the path something's pointing at. Look into Ludwig.
I intend to.
Bit of a bitchy response there.
The other night you said something about the Black Wolf. What did you mean? Where did you hear that name?
I wasn't the one talking.
Okay. Who?
I don't understand.
Well, that's quite all right. The point is, it would be a very good idea to answer those questions, and we must work together to do so. Of course I'll help you, Pumpkin. I'd like to know myself, wouldn't I? It isn't every day one's taken over by a disembodied spirit, and I don't much care for it, thank you.
You're not talking about a seance, are you?
Oh, heavens, no.
Thank God.
Emma's right. I'm much better at tarot cards. I can read for you or for someone else if you prefer.
Okay. Tarot cards, you say?
Are you sure you don't know
Quoting
anything
about the Black Wolf a bit more.
I never did, dear. I told you. Really, you mustn't confuse the vessel with the voice. All I remember was seeing a very bright flash like lightning. Next thing I knew, Em'll have me outside. Whatever it was very powerful. Very powerful.
Okay. Maybe a Schattenjäger's spirit?
Well, I guess
Tarot
it wouldn't hurt to
cards?
do my tarot reading.
Don't you worry now. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, so she just had them on the seat beside her, because that's what happens.
Push your vital energies into the cards.
Okay. My vital energy is blood-like, but...
This is your soul card. That which applies to all of your lifetimes. It's the Empress. Oh, that's a good one.
What's it
Oh,
mean?
it's a good one. I have no idea what it means.
That your soul's journey is one of leadership. There's great strength here and intelligence.
Okay.
This card represents what you're like in this lifetime. It's the Chariot. Self-discipline, control. You need to feel you have a plan, that you're testing your abilities. The Chariot's
Sounds like
very
her.
masculine.
Sounds like her.
In combination with the Empress, it tells me that you're currently exploring your male side. You'll seek out great achievement, but it does have its price.
Doesn't sound anything like me.
Yes, dear. The third card represents the other.
The other.
You've pulled the Magician. Who is he, dear?
Excuse me?
Your other, the Magician. Oh, this is a very powerful card. Major Arcana.
My other?
Everyone has an other. Let's see. I bet it's the Schottenjäger. What's his name?
The Schattenjäger? Gabriel Knight?
A name of power. He is powerful, this one. The Magician
Okay.
is dexterous and cunning, mischievous and manipulate,
That's Gabriel, all right.
and very strong with magical and occult powers. Now, this is interesting because your card, the Chariot, is all logic and reasoning, while his, the Magician, is spiritual and intuitive. You two are quite a pair.
Well,
The
they
fourth
apparently
card
work well together.
shows what you're trying to achieve at this moment, your immediate destiny. It's the Strength or Lust card.
Lust?
Not that kind of lust, dear. It's a trial card, finding the strength to continue some difficult journey.
Well, we are on an
It
investigation,
also
so, you
represents
know, we can deal with that one.
integration of conflicting energies. That must be your Chariot and his Magician energies. Strength also means bonding those energies, loving without judgment, learning to love the beast.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be very strange.
What is this trial, dear?
Random
Do
thing.
you know?
I'm going to hold that random thought
well-
for a second.
Gabriel and I are involved with a case right now.
It will be a hard time. You must let your love give you power. Use the positive energy of your union or you may not succeed.
I think you have the wrong
Okay.
idea. Gabriel and I just work together.
Yes, dear. But if I might just suggest, when you're facing negative forces, the positive energy of love is a very vital weapon. You make yourself vulnerable when you resist your own tools.
Well, that's been helpful.
Very helpful.
I hope so, dear.
Okay. Random thought time. I expected a lady like wifey here to... She was flamboyant. She was a flamboyant woman. I expected her to have red nail polish. I don't know why I thought that while I'm watching the video. No idea. Right. I expected her to be a bit more flamboyant, you know, with the nail polish as well as, you know, the red lipstick. Then we
Maybe
got Gabriel's
should do a
tarot.
reading for Gabriel.
Oh, let's! It's a little like spying on someone unawares, but what the heck?
Oh, what the heck? Yeah.
Reach out to the cards and to think about his essence.
I do wonder
His
how
soul
often should
card
have to record this as well.
is the magician. Yes, dear. It reflects your other exactly.
Okay.
Well, maybe, but
That's
I'd
actually
rather
quite
hold that for
interesting.
David Copperfield.
And his lifetime card. Oh, goodness. The lovers.
You mean the sole purpose
Thought
of
that
his
was a
life is in his
chariot?
pants? Doesn't surprise me.
It's not what you think, dear. It's a duality card. As a lifetime card, it refers to Gabriel's own duality. Good versus evil, physical pleasure versus spiritual growth, that kind of thing.
Okay.
His challenge is to integrate the conflicting parts of himself. Until he does, he'll never find peace. And you will find peace when you acknowledge all of him. Find a way to love the worst as you already love the best.
You're really reaching.
Mother.
See, it's called a
His
mother.
other
I'm
is the
confused
High
about this
Priestess.
relationship now.
Let me guess. That's me, right?
No, dear, it's not. The High Priestess represents psychic mysteries, deep wisdom. This is a very different energy
she's
from
pissed that
your
it's not her.
earthy one. This must be our connection. To the voice, dear! Someone is trying to communicate with Gabriel. This force is represented by the High Priestess.
Okay.
That's not much help. What about the Black Wolf?
But it is a help, dear. The High Priestess is a spiritual guide card if ever there was one. The message must
Spiritual
have been
guide.
a warning.
If this force is connected to Gabriel, and if he's so very psychic, then why doesn't it just go to him? Why say it to me?
Maybe Gabriel's blocked. Maybe he's purposefully blocking. There is that duality business. Let's go on and see if it becomes clear. The fourth card, remember, represents the current situation. It's death.
Death.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Nothing to worry about then.
Death.
Now you just leave interpretation up to me, Sugar Pie. It's a transformation card, dying to one thing and being born to another. It is painful, but it isn't necessarily bad.
Life of change. Change in life.
Two of Wands. Oh my.
What?
A 2 is not good here. Wands is Mars in Aries. That's a war card. In conjunction with the Death card, there are 2 possible transformations.
2 transformations?
Okay.
Yes, dear.
Transformation, I don't know
Gabriel
what
is
you mean.
waging a spiritual battle. The transformation might be good or evil. That must be the purpose of the High Priestess. She's trying to guide him.
So you think he really might be in danger?
Oh, yes, dear.
Quite possibly.
Gabriel's very essence is at stake. If he takes the wrong path with his powers, Imola and I will stay in town. You must let me know if anything else happens that we can read for clues.
Okay.
Let the Force use you.
Thought she was going to say, let the force be with you. Let the force use you. The
I better
off-brand Star Wars
Anytime
quote.
you need us, stop by.
And be careful now.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Okay. That wasn't weird at all. Right. Don't think we're going to need anything in there yet. Still need to check out this thing. Is there anything back here? Oh. Hello, Gerda.
Gerda's here. I wonder what she's up to.
She was in a relationship. She was in a relationship with the last, Schattenjäger.
Goethe was in love with Wolfgang.
Okay, actually, can I talk to her again? Can I?
Boy, do I feel stupid. I really should apologize, but I don't want to interrupt her.
Okay. Go back. Let's go back down. Right, so should we try and find an offering or something? Let's check out the passageway as well. Because there's got to be something else to do with down here. Maybe find something in Gerda's room.
I don't want to go back into Gerda's bedroom. She might catch me in there.
Ominous. It's very ominous music in this place. I'm expecting some like creepy bitch to come climbing up the stairs, you know, like crab style. Could have brought a torch as well. It's a little bit on the dark side. Okay, so this is the secret entrance back out. Anything? You're just gonna stand and watch? Oh, okay. We've got the roses. Sly dog, you know, sneaking people in and out of the castle on night time. You know, take a rose with you for some clandestine rendezvous. Are we stealing flowers? Could at least cut them. Rather than just rip them off the, like, snap them. A little bit, you know, rude just to snap flowers off. Also, they do look quite fake. They look plastic. The lesser known classic plastic rose plant. Right, so...
They're beautiful, but they won't last long in my coat.
Okay. Can I go that way? No? Alright. Right, so if I... We'll go back to the church and we'll take roses for the grave. Good icebreaker. Do you reckon? Do you think? I think we're onto something. Okay, let's go. Go back to the church. To the church, please. In your own time, Grace. Hopefully she's still there. I think she will be. Oh, hello, lady.
I don't want to disturb her.
Okay, let's not disturb her. Let's go in here. Can we... Yeah, there we go. Give her the roses. Or give the roses to the grave. So it's the right thing to do. together come to an understanding. This is the understanding
That's
moment.
better, don't
Break
you
the
think?
ice. The music's quite loud in this bit.
I'm so sorry. I was an idiot.
Gabriel and I, we never...
I know. It's
Jealousy.
my fault.
The jealousy.
It's Gabriel's fault. He never tells me anything. I don't know why he didn't want me on this case.
She didn't just, she
Maybe
didn't just jump to
But don't
conclusions
even
as
try
well.
to make excuses for him. Still, he's up to his neck in it, I think. Will you help me out with something?
Maybe.
Of course.
I have to do some research on Ludwig. I want to go see some of his castles.
Gonna borrow the car.
Take Gabriel's car. There's a map of southern Bavaria in the car. Ludwig's castles are all marked.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
I'm assuming pre-mark because he was a prima donna.
Good luck.
Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Sorry. Pre-mark because he was a historical figure. I'll be respectful. Okay, see you later, Gerda. Bye. Okay, so now we can go back to the house. And now we can bugger off to somewhere else. Are you going to be... Okay, let's take it. Wait. She didn't even use the keys to unlock the door. And it seems the window's open. Okay. Oh, nice. We got posh ones. Start from the left. Let's go this one. Neuschwanstein. Neuschwanstein. I like the German language. Or Germanic languages, I should say. There's quite a few different versions. The posh ass castle.
These scenes seem to tell a story, but I have no idea what story.
Wait, to a
The
tape?
paintings in this room are from the Siegfried saga.
Oh, okay. Siegfried Saga.
These scenes seem to tell a story.
Okay.
The paintings in this room are from the Siegfried saga.
Okay, so it's the same for this room, the entire room. It's not for individual paintings. Although I suppose it kind of makes sense because it's a tape. And how would the tape know? I'm being dim. How would the tape know what picture I'm standing in front of? I don't know why I was expecting like information about the particular painting I was looking at.
I don't think
Hello.
the guards want to be bothered while on duty.
Okay.
I wonder where that door leads.
To the basement. It's a very cool lady.
Scenes from the opera Tristan and Isolde.
Oh, Tristan and Isolde. There's a film of that I've never actually watched, and I don't know whether it's something I'll be interested in.
Scenes from the opera Tristan and Isolde.
Okay, so these are all scenes from the doodad.
Did they have running water in 1886? Did they have running water in 1886?
Probably not. Actually, I don't really know. Would they have had
Maybe
running
Ludwig
water?
thought all this luxury would help him sleep.
To a
The
tape.
richly carved bed, with its canopy, resembles a Gothic building and its turrets. The bed's draperies were handmade by dozens of
Okay.
Bavarian seamstresses.
Dozens. I mean, realistically, how often, how much... Oh, we're in a church. Oh, okay. How many people does it take to make a quilt? Probably quite a few, actually. Right, so we can't do anything with
The
those.
stained glass
To a tape.
window depicts St. Louis receiving the last sacraments.
Oh, okay. What are you?
That's an unusual depiction of the Madonna.
With the little mini me. The Madonna with the mini me. No tour tape thing, though.
It's a beautiful crucifix, ivory and gold.
Nice. Very posh.
A king saint? I wonder if Ludwig pictured himself that way, or maybe he just wanted to be that way.
Maybe.
The paintings
What does the
above
tour
the
tape say?
altar depict St. Louis surrounded by the seraphim. An interesting side note. For a period of about a year, the Louis images in all three castles were ordered to be covered up with black cloth on the unfathomable whim of the king.
Okay. Wait, so Louis... So was this the Louis that was in the book? So was Louis the one who was after being... who Ludwig was lusting after? And then became a saint?
The miracle
Which
of
is
the
a big
Grail.
fuck you, basically, to Ludwig. Sorry, I missed what you said there, sorry.
The miracle of the Grail.
Ah, the good old Holy Grail. The wooden cup. Not the
These
gaudy
linens look
golden one.
seriously expensive and seriously old.
Yeah, maybe don't...
These linens look seriously expensive.
maybe let's not touch them and set fire to it or anything like that. Hold on. Tour tape?
This is the king's living room. The walls are decorated with scenes from the Lohengrin saga. The king first saw Wagner's opera Lohengrin when he was 16, and it so affected him that he considered it a form of enlightenment. The tragedy of Lohengrin was
Okay.
his essential loneliness. This too was Ludwig's own fate. Ludwig withdrew more and more into his fantasy world of epic heroes and absolute monarchy. An ideal he was determined to create in his castles if he could not have it in his real life. He only wanted to be alone with his dreams, so much so that even his servants were kept at a distance and were not allowed to look at him.
What were you afraid they'd see?
See a horrible ass person, probably. Hello, lady.
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty.
I mean, you can probably ask questions. You can probably ask some questions. Where are you going? Are you... We've got a loading screen. Are you walking away? That tells me that I've got to do some crazy shit.
The Swan motif is featured
Okay,
throughout
swans.
the castle,
Tell me what
but it is
swans.
particularly prominent in this room. Both the swan and the lily were symbols Ludwig associated with himself. They represented his ideals of majesty and purity. The painting behind the swan shows Lohengrin's arrival.
Okay, so he saw a play and he copied it. Alright. Oh, okay, that random cave. We're just a random cave in the middle of a castle. Okay. Right.
This is a reproduction of the grotto from the Tannhäuser saga.
Okay.
In such places, Ludwig could pretend he was one of his beloved mythic heroes. As the grotto personifies, the castles were solitary playgrounds built for Ludwig alone.
Okay.
He believed the masses were too coarse to appreciate fine art, and he seldom entertained guests. In fact, Ludwig had a standing order that upon his death, the castles were to be destroyed. Fortunately, the estate was in such debt that the castles were opened for paying tours only weeks after Ludwig's death. They haven't closed since. It is one of the great ironies
Made a
of
lot of money.
Ludwig's story
Probably made
that
a
the
lot of money for that
castles
one.
that he was thought insane for building are now considered Bavaria's finest treasures. They have paid for their construction many times over.
Oh, hello. So basically, what it's saying is Ludwig was a recluse that lived in a mansion by himself, and he had a secret cave underneath his house, a grotto underneath his house, where he used to do stuff. So basically, Ludwig was Batman. Or am I completely wrong on that? So, was Ludwig Batman? Maybe he was a Schattenjäger.
Pretty nice place to work. I doubt there's anything left in there now. Besides, the guard would kill me if I touched it.
Well, the guard's not here yet. She is following you around, though.
The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser Saga and the Wartburg Castle.
It's a lot of artwork as well. Tell you what, though, he doesn't have tapestries. I think it's going to be the same.
The study paintings depict scenes from...
Okay. Oh, I didn't realize I could walk around. They are nice paintings, though. I do like them. Dang.
Why would Ludwig have wolf paintings in his castle?
Can I talk?
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on...
Okay. So we've got a hunting party. Rescued a lady from a wolf. Consoled her. Then he killed the wolf, and the woman said, "That's not a wolf, that's my husband."
The death of
Maybe.
Engelhart. The wedding feast of Hildegunde and the Baron. The wedding feast of Hildegunde and the Baron.
Okay.
Hildegunde's imprisonment.
Imprisoned by a wolf?
The hunters track down Engelhart and Hildegunde. Engelhart courts Hildegunde.
Oh.
Engelhart and the
I'm going through this
blacksmith.
backwards, by the way.
Engelhart and the blacksmith.
So Engelhart was a blacksmith. Then he fell in love with this lady,
Engelhart courts Hildegunde.
Hildegunde. Fell in love with her. Then he ran away with her. Then the Huns people came and... Actually, no, I think I was correct the first time. Huns people come and try and find her and rescue her. Hildegunde was kept by the dude, who it turns out to be a werewolf. She escapes, is scared that her husband's a werewolf or her lover's a werewolf. And then they go out and kill him, and she's all sad that he's dead because she told everyone that he was a werewolf. Sounds legit. That's a nice view.
Nice view of the Alps.
Although those pillars there, that little wall there, right there, that's a bit narrow for the pillar to be resting on. Right. Are we done here? Can we leave? Excuse. Okay. Okay, so I have looked around this whole room. Oh, out that exit. Okay. Right. So now we've had a look at the castle. It's a nice looking castle. Shall we go to the museum? Let's go to the museum. Because that's home. I mean, he's just down the road. He's in Munich. Head to the museum.
I can't see the displays until I've gotten past the counter.
I mean, the display is on the left there, so you can go and have a look at it.
I can't see the display.
Alright, let's talk to the lady. Apparently you can't look at things without buying a ticket. And it's in a non-restricted area.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
English? Let's buy a ticket.
Ich hätte gern eine Eintrittskarte fürs Museum.
Ja, 8 Mark für eine Ganztagskarte. So.
Danke.
Thank you.
Bitte.
Was a very curt bitte. I know I've just bought a ticket, but you know, can I ask you, is this a museum?
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Is this the Ludwig Museum? I know I've just bought a ticket, but is this the Ludwig Museum?
The Ludwig Museum.
Ja, ja. Ludwig der Zweite von Bayern.
Okay. Very terse woman. Right, let's have a look around. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, from Ludwig to Elizabeth. You can have no idea, dear cousin, how happy you made me. I was recently passed with you in the railway carriage. I consider it among the happiest in my life. Never will their memory fade. You gave me permission to visit you at Ischl. If the time comes for this ardent hope to be fulfilled, I shall be of all men upon earth and most blessed. Feelings of the sincere love and reverence and faithful attachment to you, which I cherished in my heart even as a boy, makes me imagine heaven upon earth, and I will be extinguished by death alone. I beg you with all my heart to forgive the contents of this letter, but I could not help myself. With love, letter. Elizabeth frequently gave Ludwig advice on royal conduct, hoping to protect him from unfavourable public opinion, such as a woman in the know. She was his social media executive. My dearest Eagle, you have not written me in a few months. I have missed you. I often try to imagine what you are doing. I hear tales that you have been on retreat and have not been seen in Munich for some time. I suspect it is this new friend you wrote of so mysteriously that takes you away from home. Louis? I hope you are enjoying yourself, my beloved, but I beg you to caution. The people need to see you at the throne. I also hesitate to suggest that what your officials do in your absence may not always be in your own best interest. You have always been a true king, but you must let the people see you to ensure they don't forget that. Ludwig was friends with concern for his mental state long before his arrest. In your last letter, you spoke so movingly of your torment that I was moved to tears. What is this torment? Why won't you confess to me what is truly troubling you? You must know that I would never despise you, no matter how horrible you believe your sins to be. Please do not write such barbs to my heart, even by suggesting such things. If you do not wish to confess to me, at least tell me how I can aid you. I am always your true one. In this letter dated November 1886, Elizabeth of Austria thanks Bishop Frank for his assistance in helping her fulfill Ludwig's last wishes. She writes that she knows it was an unusual request, but she believes Ludwig had reasons for his own wishing for it to be done. She hopes that his spirit finds peace at last. No further reference to this letter has ever been found. One can only speculate what the last wishes of a cornered and embattled Ludwig might have been. I get the feeling that Louis turned him into a vampire werewolf. The Black Wolf.
She's beautiful.
She is quite nice. She's got a nice look to her. That was the painting. That's a picture of the.
Oh my God.
The dream.
That's the slave for my dream.
Maybe Mrs. Smith will know what my dream meant. I have to ask someone. This thing is getting too weird.
It is getting a little bit strange. Were you there?
Oh. Ludwig's death mask.
A death mask.
Wow.
That was a little bit. Death masks are always weird. Like the whole concept of death masks was very weird.
I have no idea what that
that's the same
says.
One that
looks old though.
That's the same one that's in the pub. The Last Days. Die letzten Tage. June 6th. I told you I can't read English today. June 7th. 1886. A group of men arrive. Sorry, that tickled me. A group of men arrive at Neuschwanstein Castle, demanding to take the king into custody. With him is Dr. Guden, the doctor who had been in charge of Otto, the king's mentally ill brother. The men have an order for the king's arrest on the grounds of insanity. They are refused admittance by a brave group of farmers and local soldiers who have come to Ludwig's aid. They are forced to retreat to nearby Hohenschwangau. This is the first Ludwig hears of the conspiracy. Ludwig composes a pamphlet explaining the subversive acts of the conspirators and eloquently pleading with his people for aid. The pamphlet is smuggled out of Neuschwanstein and printed, but the pamphlets are seized before they can be distributed. June 12th, 1886. Ludwig knows the conspirators will return. He despairs. He asks his servant for the keys to the tower. The servant, fearing the king intends suicide, self-deletion, says the key is lost. Unbeknownst to Ludwig, the conspirators arrive at the castle. This time there is no one to stop them. Ludwig is lured from his bedroom to the entry hall of Neuschwanstein on pretense. There he is taken into custody. Ludwig is taken by carriage from Neuschwanstein to Berg, where his brother Otto had long been imprisoned. This is a great blow to the king's state of mind. While on the way, the group stops at Seeshaupt to change horses. Ludwig asks to see the postmistress, Frau Vogel. She brings him a glass of water and he says something to her. She never reveals his last words to anyone. Let's do another take of that one because that says the bad word. June 12th, 1886. Ludwig knows the conspirators will return. He despairs. He asks his servant for the keys to the tower. The servant, fearing the king intends self-deletion, says the key is lost. Unbeknownst to Ludwig, the conspirators arrive at the castle. This time there is no one there to stop them. Ludwig is lured from his bedroom to the entry hall of Neuschwanstein on pretense. There he is taken into custody. Ludwig is taken by carriage from Neuschwanstein to Berg, where his brother Otto had long been imprisoned. This is a great blow to the king's state of mind. While on the way, the group stops at Seeshaupt to change horses. Ludwig asks to see the postmistress, Frau Vogel. She brings him a glass of water and he says something to her. She never reveals these last words to anyone. June 13th, 1886. At Berg, Ludwig seems cooperative and coherent. Dr. Guden writes to the government that he has Ludwig well under control. The two men go out for a walk. Dr. Guden is so confident he dismisses the guards. When Ludwig and the doctor do not return after several hours, a search is undertaken. The bodies of the two men are found in the lake, drowned, circumstances unknown. Ludwig's funeral procession marches through the streets of Munich, followed by enormous crowds of mourners. The service is held at a packed St. Michael's Church. Lightning strikes the church during the service, but no one is harmed. Ludwig's body is entombed in the Wittelsbach crypt at St. Michael's. His heart is placed in an urn in the pilgrimage chapel at Allotting in the Wittelsbach tradition. The urn is shown on the right. I don't think his heart's in there anymore. As much as he'd probably like that urn, his heart's not in it. Right. Have we got anything else in here? Look at that. So we've got down and the right. Let's go right. Oh, okay.
Ludwig is Prince Charming. He played the part well.
I think it's an elegant painting. Can I talk to you about something?
I don't have anything to say to her at the moment.
Oh, more things. Okay, never mind. Ludwig and Wagner. Ludwig liebt die Option. I was going to read that entire first paragraph there. Not realizing it's translated in the bottom one. Ludwig and Wagner. Ludwig loved the operas and his contemporary Richard Wagner. He helped support Wagner's music through much of his life. Ludwig considered Wagner a close friend, often calling him the great friend. Wagner encouraged his infatuation, some believed for personal gain. I mean, there's loads of freeloaders. Even after Wagner's death, Ludwig still showed signs of obsession with the composer. This letter, written in 1882 by Ludwig to the conductor of the Munich Opera, instructs the conductor to make preparations for a new Wagner opera. The conductor went to see the king as instructed. When he arrived, Ludwig was ill and refused to see him. Nothing further was ever heard of this mysterious new Wagner opera. It was a figment of an ill man's desperate wishes. Ludwig is offered a crown of laurels by the genius of immortal fame.
Ludwig is offered a crown of laurels by the genius of immortal fame.
I should really click on it before I read it myself.
26 July 1874.
I completely forgot that she could read them.
By the power of the lily, we shall have the strength to resist all temptations throughout the whole year.
Okay, that's strange. These from Wagner's or Ludwig's diary?
26 July 1875. Solemn oath before the picture of the great king. Refrain for 3 months from all excitement. This oath has its binding power as well as its potency by de par le Roy, LNR, DPLR. What excitement? I need to see more of that diary.
Ludwig's diary?
He looks so regal. Why would he give up all of this pageantry and become a recluse?
Because he was turned into a werewolf.
I wonder if these pins have any symbolic meaning.
Maybe the plaque?
Signets
Let's read the plaque.
Sash pins
I'll let her read
from
it.
the Order of the Knights of St. George. These were worn on Ludwig's uniform, as befitted his rank of Grand Master. They are now the property of the Bavarian Crown Treasury.
Okay. Okay. That's a...
Looks like it weighs a ton.
Probably would and all, you know. Ludwig's Grand Master Wardrobe from the Knights of St. George.
Ludwig's Grand Master Wardrobe from the Knight.
I would insist on clicking it after I've read it myself.
Richard Wagner.
Oh, you're Wagner. Is that the diary?
Ludwig's diary. Ludwig kept a diary from 1869 when he was 24 years old until his death. The diary provides a fascinating look into the mind of this tormented man. The original diary is kept in the Royal Archives. A few entries are shown on the opposite wall.
Are we going to
steal that diary?
Are we going to steal the diary? Are we going to steal the diary? Can I distract you and before? Can I just get you out of the building so I can smash the glass and steal the diary?
Guten Tag. Guten Tag.
Is there any more way to see more of Ludwig's diary?
Ludwig's Tagebuch. Im Museum?
Ja.
Wo kann ich Ludwigs Tagebuch hier anschauen?
Die Tagebücher sind ganz persönlich. Die sind
Of course.
in den königlichen Archiven. Niemand darf die lesen. Aber nein, niemand darf die lesen.
Danke.
Because she was a bit mean. Sorry, I'm going to have to ask you the other question now. Please don't bite my head off. I was just leaning backwards there, like, you know, just putting some distance, you know. Putting some distance away from her. Because I think she's going to throw something at her, I think. Do you know anything about the new Wagner opera?
Im Museum es einen Brief von Ludwig über eine neue Wagner-Oper.
Ja, ja. Ich kenne diesen Brief.
Okay. We understand everything that's going on right now, don't we?
Diese Wagner-Oper sehen.
Ja, ich weiß nichts über Wagner. Das hier ist kein Wagner-Museum.
Ja, ich weiß.
In Bayreuth befindet sich ein Wagner-Museum. Versuchen Sie es halt doch, ne?
Bayreuth. Danke.
Ah, okay. So just point. I think that's. I remember Bayreuth on the map, so that's got to be. Bayreuth. That's got to be the Wagner Museum. That's Munchen Museum, the Wagner Museum up there. Oh, hello.
Grüß Gott.
Guten Tag. Ist das die Wagner Museum?
Ja, you're an American, aren't you? I'm afraid the house is closed this time of year. It will be open next month.
Crap.
You are interested in Wagner?
Very interested. Very recently very interested.
Yeah. Most of the house is closed for cleaning, but a few rooms are open. I shouldn't let you probably, but if it is only you, you are alone, aren't you?
Endlessly.
Yeah. Flirty, get something
That's
on the
very
go.
generous. What do I owe you?
Georg Immerding. There's only
Georg.
a few displays. Besides, I wouldn't be much of a shining knight if I charged you.
Thanks, Georg. My name is Grace.
Hello. Have a good time.
Thank you. Right, guys. On that note, before we get too distracted and end up over-recording, we are going to leave that here for this week. In the middle of our lovely journey into Bavarian history. There's a lot of reading in that one. However, it's all important from what I remember. So we're here at the Wagner Museum. We're going to explore this one next time and finish the chapter. I think we're about the halfway point. I think we are. So, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, let me know in the comment section below. If you're new here, feel free to come hang out, come check out some other stuff we've got going on. We would love to have you here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you again for all the support. It is much appreciated. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and you all know what's coming. Please like, share, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And as always, we shall see you on the flip side. Bye bye.